what's the spring been like for you, and any particular things maybe that you focused on, coming into this spring?
Coming into this spring, I've been trying to focus on mostly other than building relationships with the guys, on the field, just taking slower intentional reps instead of just trying to hit a million kicks, just kind of slow it down and make every rep intentional. That's been kind of the main focus, I'd say, of spring so far.
How is the competition, right? Are you and Jack and everybody in that room pushing each other to get better, and how does that come out?
Yeah, so I think what's unique about our room is that we can all be competitive, but our relationship with each other, we can have those hard conversations, and it's not out of a place of bitterness. And so I think we're always going to be pushing each other to get better, and I think there's a really good balance there.
After the season you had personally, do you feel like you're the leader in the clubhouse by any means, or does things kind of reset going into this year? What does that say?
I think for me, I've been through it feels like almost every stage of I'm not going to say this program, but I came in as a walk-on and then played freshman year, and then had a couple really bad games my sophomore year and got benched for the rest of the year, and so then I came back and played again. So I feel just kind of having all that context for where guys could be at, I think that helps me relate a lot better, where I can say I can push the guys who aren't playing to do better. And I don't think it's necessarily the fact that I started last year. I don't think that's what would quantify me as a leader. But I think that I think everybody's got a voice in the room, and I think we're all using it. So.
You talked about Garrison coming back and what a leader he is. How big was that to have him come back and be kind of still a leader in that room?
Yeah, no, that's huge. I think Gary is big personality, and I think he's just such a natural leader. And I think that's really great for the group to have, because he's a solid snapper. That dude is a really, really good athlete, and it's really good to have somebody like that solid, honestly backing me up too, because I think I'd say more than I won't say that, but me and Gary bounce off each other really well. If I see him kind of slacking, I'll pick him up, same vice versa, and that kind of, since we are the old guys, that kind of leads out into the other group. So it's huge having him back. Yeah.
How much does it motivate? I mean, obviously a kicker can only do so much, but how much does it motivate you, the rest of the guys, and really the team to come off the year that you had last year?
I think obviously last year was kind of bad, pretty bad. And for me, I can speak for me personally in that I think my stats were pretty average last year. I had some good games, and I also had some really bad games, and so coming off of that, my goal is just to stay totally here the whole time, instead of having a lot of ups and downs. Now there's going to be ups and downs, but I want to get better to where I don't have any dips in the season, and I think that's kind of the way that the rest of the team is as well, just because we'd have little glimpses of really good, and then if something went bad, it just kind of tanked for the whole team, And so I think that everybody's really motivated. I think we got a lot of really, really good, talented players. I think we could do really good this year.
Talking about consistency and taking more physical or mental, you have to kind of get past.
It's definitely mental. It's all mental. Yeah, I think obviously there's a physical aspect of skill to it, but I think that I think what separates good kickers from great kickers is just the mental game, because everybody can make, say it's into the game situation, everybody can make a 40-yard field goal, but only the great ones are going to be able to lock in and execute that over and over,
What's your strategy for addressing that mental element of the game?
So one of the biggest things, I was saying at the beginning, is taking everything a little bit slower, and making sure every rep, in practice and in game, I'm slowing it down in my own brain so that I can not feel rushed, and so I can just kind of lock it in and envision what I'm about to do before I do it. Now, the bigger aspect of that is I believe my faith gives me peace, and so I will, like, I ask God for peace very often because it's very stressful, whether I'm on the field or not on the field. Like, a big part of my prayers are for peace, you know, and I think that that's really, really served me well, and I think it will continue to.
You take pride in being like maybe the most jacked kicker in the country, or?
You know, I don't really know how to answer that, but
so you lifted the arms up like showing the guns.
no, that is not that is not the goal. Well, actually, I mean, the goal is to be really strong because that'd be really cool. but I don't want to be like a bum kicker. That's my goal. That's it. So appreciate that though. Yeah.
That's pretty good.